the starting five for your Vanguard University Lions.
Costa Mesa on a Saturday afternoon. The sun soars, the breeze builds, and NCAA men's basketball returns on the menu. It's the Pac West on the VSN, presented by Farmers and Merchants Bank. And with that, we welcome you inside the Fried Center for Service and Leadership. Jared Rohn here in the call, thrilled to have you with us as we got a fun one on the way. 40 minutes of action ready to be unpacked as the Lions return home after a 4-game road trip to take on Hawaii Pacific, who traveled to the mainland for just the 3rd time this season. Big things on the way for either side, a lot to talk about. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. We'll start with Hawaii Pacific, who will be without their leading scorer in Sherm Brashear today. Not sported or dressed out or available to play. It's one of many who have been gone this season, an injury-riddled season for the Sharks. It is Pavle Kuzmanovic, Joshua West, Avi Halpert, Jonas Visser, and Charlie Weber will be the starting 5 for the visiting Sharks here today. Got to get the job done on the road. A big road win it could be for them, as they sit on the outside looking in the mid-table in the Pac West. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll start with Bryson Metz, Jackson Larson, Anthony Teo, Chris Childs, and Leonard Turner. Officiating crew for today's game is Ricky Wolter, Eric Cejudos, and Bob Huntsberger. And the packed-out crowd will have to reassess the jump ball. There's an early leap there by Weber. You gotta make sure shot clock is set straight. Game clock, shot clock. There we go, now it's back to 20. And now here we go, and Weber does win the tip, but it falls into the hands of Turner, who loses his dribble, but gets one to go off the window for the opening points of the contest. And Hawaii Pacific will bring it up, entering the game 8-7, 3-3 in the Pac West. That's good for 9th in the conference. And with some big results happening across the way and across the conference, with Menlo upsetting Concordia, is a nice triple there by Charlie Weber to get the Sharks on the board. There's an opening now for this Hawaii Pacific team to gain some ground on some of the teams ahead of them. There's a nice finish, little 2-man game, and Larson Fees puts the Lions up 4-3. Avi Halpert driving at Teo and dishes one down low. The double team comes and the kick out flings to Weber. He tries, no good. Popped by Turner, and it will just about do enough to keep it in play. Vanguard entering 10-4, 4-4 in the Pac West. They went 500 on that road trip, losing the first 2 in Hawaii, which included a game against Hawaii Pacific. And then they won the last 2. A big comeback win against Concordia and a big comeback win against Azusa Pacific on Wednesday. There's a foul called. It's going to go against Bryson Metz there. Blocking foul as Halpert went to ground. That APU victory, Lions were down by as many as 11 with under 4 to go. A big 21-7 run to close out the deal as Halpert extends and elevates on the jumper. Sharks out to an early narrow lead. Teo jumps into a triple. That's off the mark and rebounded by Kuzmanovic. He gets the pace going. He's the kind of guy always wants to get everyone involved. The pass first point guard battling down low. Here's Visser. And Larson got the shot off but wouldn't fall, but the Sharks swarm the O boards. Another try and another one down. That's good for Pavle Kuzmanovic. Scored double figures in his last 2 games, the best streak of the season so far for him, as the Lions turn it over on an offensive foul. Chris Childs will pick up his first. Childs, the number 5 for Vanguard. New year, new cut. Had the unfortunate injury a day before that Hawaii road trip started. He made the trip, but injured in practice the night before. Didn't play against Hawaii Pacific. Not in action against Chaminade. Returned in a big way down the stretch in that Concordia game with the late free throws. But it's good to see him back in the lineup. See, he's got that knee taped up. And as the Sharks out to an early 8-4 lead. Anthony Teo will bring it up, matching up against Joshua West. Ball at the elbow for Leonard Turner, dishing off to Bryson Metz. And a quick change of pace, but the jumper had too much sauce on it. Vanguard women's basketball with their largest margin of victory at 35 in the win against Hawaii Pacific on the women's side a little earlier today. As HPU once again unable to convert, they'll turn it over, and Bryson Metz can bring it up now. Good to see both teams trading their fair share of pressing. Ball in the corner for Leonard Turner, and that one's true. Leonard Turner, who comes off the 13 points in a season-high 9 rebounds against APU. He was one of many that grabbed crucial late buckets and has really enjoyed playing in this building as West gets Turner off his feet and takes one to the rack. Joshua West is on the board. Ball with Teo, working on West, tries the right hand and rolls one off the window. Fast start here, trying to trap the Sharks in the backcourt as Kuzmanovic gives it up in due time. Nice ball movement from the Sharks, working downhill. That's Halpert. And hands HPU a 3-point advantage. Sonic is waiting to step on. I have to wait for the media here, Dusanich. Tell him to take the warm-up off. Visser works down low on Larson, and he's going to get fouled. And that foul there will bring us to the media. Free throws are on the way. A 3-point lead to start. The Sharks out in front, 12-9. Out of the media timeout, it is free throws on the way.
Jonas Visser at the free throw line.
First to be taken here is Jonas Visser, who will look to do the job. Hasn't been shooting them at a high percentage this season, but sinks the first. It's 51% so far at this sort of midway point of the campaign. And the big man goes 2 for 2. Dusanich will check on. The 6'7" big of Slovenia is all will find the hands of Anthony Teo. A lot of size out there on the floor. It's something to be noticed, something to pay attention to. A very solid rebounding team in HPU. Top 5 in the conference. There's a strong putback. Jackson Larson's got another pair. Larson coming off a wonderful road trip in which he averaged 17 points per game in the 4 games to start the calendar year. He has really enjoyed his time outside of this building. Point per game averages a little bit down when playing inside the free. He'll try to get going here in the afternoon. Nice cut, nice finish. That was Joshua West, the 6'3" junior, who gets another in transition. And Turner fires down the triple. Turner coming up with 20 points last time in this building, a win against Jessup. The first in a long time against the Warriors as Avi Halpert misfires. This will be Metz surveying and looking for options. Teo wants it. Metz will keep hold of it. The rolling Turner is met by Dusanich. And strong move by Leonard Turner. And forcing the big man to shift his feet. And works one off the window. All now with West and Weber. Kuzmanovic nearly lost it. Childs giving chase. Weber rolling downhill. And Teo got a touch, popped it off the knee. And HPU turn it over. J.J. Johnson and Boogie Ujidagele are going to come on for the home side. It was Boogie who got that late run going. He hit 2 late three-pointers to jumpstart that 27-and-1 run. And that coming from a guy who struggled a bit from behind the arc. He was just 2 for 13 prior from those 2 3-pointers, but had the confidence to take over late. And speaking of confidence, Leonard Turner has the hot hand here to start. 13 points for Leonard Turner on 5 for 5 from the field, 3 for 3 from downtown. And here he is guarding Weber. Picking up his dribble. Ujidagele beaten on the first step. West kick out. And trying the triple, that won't go. Metz extends, but rebounded by Ujidagele. He wants to run. Ball now with Johnson. Over to Turner. Heat check, and won't go. Joshua West will carry it up now at a season high 24 points against the Lions last time these two teams met, and now we've got an initial foul, and then we've got Avi Halpert and just brushed off Ujidagele, who definitely wants to attack him. He's trying to sell it a bit. And immediately, J.J. Johnson, the commander-in-chief, just making sure nothing too careless is carried out. Will they come over and take a look at it? At the replay center, we'll have to wait and see, but there was a push off onto Ujidagele. And he'll do that to you. Boogie is the man that can get under your skin. On you like white on rice. Is just seeing the officiating crew is going to take a look at this. Key Wolter closest to us, and we'll come back with the consensus in a short moment. Welcome back. And it's a home crowd waiting for that consensus. So to give you the story, it was initially a travel called on Avi Halpert as he made the rush to try to break through the screen. Then after the fact, as he slipped and went to ground, there was a push on Boogie Ujidagele, and that's where the technical foul comes into play. So 2 free throws going to be awarded here to the Lions. They'll hit the first. And 2 for 2. And they'll get the ball back. So that'll mark a 10-0 run here in the last 2 minutes in some change. Micah Schwartz is going to check on for the blue and gold. And some appearances on the road. Struggled to find his scoring groove. His actual last points coming against this Hawaii Pacific team. A little slip there from Turner. Tries to get his footing. They might have to mop that up in a second. So it's Cordell Ing. He's checked on for HPU, the 5'9" senior. Vucinic trying to slip in a pass. Good active hand from J.J. Johnson. Now it's Ing. Good 2-man game, but the big man can't cash in. And the scoring drought continuing here as Boogie tries a Euro. And he's going to head to the line. Passing foul on Mai Vucinic. And that's going to take us to our next media timeout. The Lions holding on to a 10-0 run and a 5-point lead, 21-16 inside here in the first half. So it's a couple of free throws here for Vanguard. Boogie Ujidagele. Devin Carson and Jackson Larson have checked back on out of the media. Boogie clinches the first. And does clinch the second. I struggled from the charity stripe. I didn't want to say anything and jinx anything. As he hits a pair and extends the Lion run to 12. Keeps the Lion lead in rhythm. Hawaii Pacific trying to run their set. There's Manovich. And Ujidagele going to get called for the foul there. I thought he did enough.
Vanguard fouls on 0. Boogie Ujidagele is first. That's 14 fouls.
Cejudos on the far end just having a cheeky smile. The field of screens. This is going to be a trend throughout this basketball game. It was what Vanguard were working on post tip-off before even the women's game. After shoot-around, as the jumper falls and ends the 3-minute scoring drought for HPU, but working around the screens, denying the pick and pop with Weber. And forcing their way through a myriad of trees as this ball works its way out to the corner. Driving inside, that's Jacob Kimura. Nice kick out. And lining up the triple, that won't go. Bodies just arms locked. J.J. Johnson and Boogie Ujidagele doing well to box out there. Might have been a slip by Ing. He loses his footing. He says it got a touch. That ball forced out of bounds. The 5th turnover now for HBU. West back in the game. They need a scoring kick from him. As Vanguard trying to create some distance halfway through this first half. Carson stepping into a triple, that's just short. Carson grabbing his first start for Vanguard in that match against the likes of Chaminade with the Childs injury. Put up Mark's season best in minutes and points. There's a nice looking pass to find Kimura on the angle. And can't make him pay, but a nice cut. Into Schwartz, catch and shoot, transition 3, that won't go. Rebound by Kimura. Now the ball's with Ing. Just a 2-point per game score, but he had a career high 14 against Vanguard back at the Shark Tank in early January. Both teams weathering off a drought. Ujidagele steps into a triple and lights the lamp. Boogie Ujidagele is out to 5 quick points. Kimura way downtown, no good. Rebound by Boogie. Corner cross to Schwartz. Vanguard looking comfortable now. HPU just haven't really been able to settle into their offensive sets the last few possessions or so. Ujidagele, another try, no good. Rattles off the rim and picked up now by Cordell Ing. Using the screen from Visser. Now finding Ducinic, but an offensive foul. Momentum. Just mauled Schwartz on the inside. And the 6th turnover for HPU. Second team foul, or second personal foul on the big man. The starters slowly being phased in. Bryson Metz, Jackson Larson, Anthony Teo, Chris Childs, and Carson Frawley gets his first action at the corner. Having a bit of a slight shooting slump is Carson Frawley since that career night he put up in this building against Nobel. Just 1 for 7 in his last trips from behind the arc. Teo goes to work, nice move, reverse layup, no good. It would have been a nice moment to add to his highlight reel. Working their way through the Lion press are HPU. Trying from the corner, that's Weber. Ricochets off the rim, but picked up by the big in Visser. And here's Jonas Visser working down on Frawley. Spinning in with the right hand. Nice catch by Weber. And the wraparound on the reverse. And Charlie Weber, a grad student out of Maryland. He's had a couple of influential transfers this season. HPU, these players that are suited and booted and ready to go as a foul going to the cup. A little push off will go against Bryson Metz. We step into another media timeout. 26-20 A 6-point lead for the home side. Six-point lead for Vanguard out of the media timeout, but both teams who started red hot in terms of shooting have slowed down just a hair. HPU making just one of their last 7 field goals. Vanguard making just one of their last 10. Cordell Ing will sink the first free throw. He's 9 for 16 on the year now. And Dell misses the second. Stays at a 5-point game. Larson working his way down the cup. No one really went out to meet him there. And couldn't capitalize on the opportunity. He's, as mentioned though, finding his footing at the right time of the season. Coach Soliday giving him praise on just the maturity and growth of his game and the confidence in how he took over that game late against APU. It's another turnover for Hawaii Pacific. That'll go against Usmanovic there. As again, just haven't been able to settle into their offensive sets. Speaking of sets, they work one to Frawley. That won't go. Larson got a hand to it, but it was poked away by Weber.
Leonard Turner back in the game for Vanguard. He replaces Carson Crawley.
HPU starting this 4-game road trip in need of some big results. They're 0-3 so far when playing away from the Shark Tank this season. And last season, just around 500. Tough tray, and it won't go for Usmanovic. Teo gets his head up and finds an option in Swartz. Over to Larson, working his way at Visser. And a blocking foul against the big man. And Avi Halpert and company in some disbelief.
That's 14 fouls on the Sharks. Jackson Larson at the line to shoot 2.
First team foul, a first personal foul on the Dutchman. 4th team foul now on Hawaii Pacific. Jackson Larson steps up to the free throw line and missing the first. And 1 for 2 he goes. Shooting around 68% from the free throw line this season, but has picked it up. He's made 10 of his last, or pardon me, 11 of his last 14 now. And that element of his game hopefully fruitful in the second portion of the season. Halpert picks up his dribble. Kuzmanovic. HPU want to go downhill, and yes, they do. Kuzmanovic has made it look easy there, didn't he? People forget because he's so unselfish and willing to get rid of the basketball. He's 6'7" guard. Big body who can get downhill and really cause some problems. Teo steps into a triple and rips the ropes. Anthony Teo out to his 5th point now. The 3rd highest point per game score in the Pac West at a little over 16. Ball with West. Forked around the arc. Down low to Weber. 2 dribbles, picks up, and can't hit the right-handed touch there. As Vanguard can go the other way. 30-23, 7-point game with around 5 minutes left here in this first half. Halpert, nice change of pace, nice pass. Weber tries, and Teo's gonna get penalized for the foul there.
Vanguard fouls on 11, Jackson Larson.
Well, that was gonna be against Larson, and I was gonna say, Teo certainly looked like he got the ball there. So Charlie Weber will head to the free throw line. One of the Shark players realizing his final year of eligibility in his grad season. He's been a reliable force, but he can't cash in for the second in the free throw line. Nice board though by West. Johnson is checked on. He's got the assignment of sticking on West. And he comes up with the charge. And that'll be the 15th foul on HPU. And that play just had J.J. Johnson written all over it. Kept Visser pinched at the block and then makes a smart move, right timing, to meet West in the lane and secure another turnover for these Sharks. Johnson waits, nice cut, and almost nailed the arrow to the bullseye. Lions gonna lay off the press. Childs to pick up Kuzmanovic. Rushing through Visser. Took a little bump there. Halpert trying to stay in bounds. And instead, will be a push off. His first foul on Teo, but that will put HPU in the bonus now with the magic number. Kuzmanovic is going to check off. And Avi Halpert will attempt his first free throws of 2025. On a 5-game streak without one. That breaks here as he hits the first. Shooting at 88% this season, and he hits both. Teo will bring it up. Lead cut down to 5. Johnson hands it off to Yuji Gale, who's met by West. Couple of crosses, goes to work, spins off, thought about the fadeaway. Johnson, and nearly bumped off of it. And they're gonna call a travel there on Anthony Teo as he rushed. Johnson, some words with the official on the far end. And that's a foul. I think it's gonna be on Teo. Yep, it is going to be on Teo. So he picks up 2 quick fouls, and he's going to head to the bench here. And remember, in the bonus, so giving HPU a chance to capitalize at the free throw line here. We're going to swap the bigs here as Majdušanić is going to come on. Hawaii Pacific, not the most dangerous free throw shooting team, but they have players that hit a lot. Specific marksmen on the team, and Avi Halpert is one of them. And hits another pair. Give him 8 points now, 4 for 4 from the free throw line. And just like that, a 3-point game with under 4 left to go in half number 1. Childs trickles one down the block towards Turner. Johnson spinning, fires out to Carson, works his way inside. And a strong attack as he gets fouled there. And Johnson holding that thumb. If we didn't pop it or jam it, we'll have to wait and see, but that'll send us to the media. 3-point game, 30-27 with 3:40 left to go in half number 1. Just a reminder, at the half, we'll be seeing women's beach volleyball handed their championship rings in the halftime ceremony, so stick around for that. The back-to-back NAIA national champions will be honored here inside the Fried Center. There's Carson missing the first. And Johnson is back on the floor. Looks like that left hand is okay. But we'll keep an eye on it as 0 for 2 goes Devin Carson. Halpert, nice change of direction, switching on Turner. Pushing one down low, that's into the hands of Tucker Palici for the time being, and a big screen. Oh man, Gale ran into a brick wall there, and he's back round and running. Weber, tough three, won't go. Rebound by Turner. Here is Gale, unfazed by the walls of screens. Want the help defense to Hawaii Pacific. Johnson steps into a jumper, and the 15-footer won't go. Avi Halpert playing in his first season with HPU as he misses there. It was a just 3-week recruitment. It's all it took for him to sign with the Sharks. Liked the program, liked what he was hearing. Gale continues to impress. Give him 7 points now on 2 for 3 from the field. Tough shot selection again for the Sharks. And they continue to go without a field goal in the last 3.5 minutes. Johnson. And now Turner thinks about the three. Racing down the main street. And just kind of out-muscled there by Tucker Palici. The 6'11" grad student is Johnson is going to earn another charge. And HPU are incandescent. J.J. Johnson, who got sick in the middle of that Hawaii trip, didn't play, battling illness, featured in the last few games, and just gives him a different options, his passing range, his defensive prowess. Here's HPU in transition. Got to bring down the roof. The stanchion's still shaking on that jam attempt there by Weber, as Turner wasn't going to give it to him. And Charlie Weber will head to the line to shoot two. Kuzmanovic waiting to come on. Vanguard softball, Lily Roth mopping up some perspiration. We approach near a minute and a half left to go in this first half. And for all the things that Vanguard have done well in this game, HPU have stuck around. Shooting either side not quite up to their season standard, and that's certainly helped the case, as have those free throws. A couple of more in the chamber. 3-point game. And Childs finding Turner. HPU trying to trap. Johnson comes out to the elbow. And Palici stands his ground on the inside. 10 of the shot clock. Carson tries to hand it off. Childs keeps a hold of it, swings out, nice kick. Carson, pump fake, tries a triple, that won't go. Rebound by Halpert. Fast in transition, 2-on-2. Halpert waiting, size up pass, nice pass, West, no, put back, and rolls around the cup, and bodies flying. And HPU unable to convert. Coach Nakanishi, he wanted Halpert to go up strong there. But what else would you expect but an unselfish pass from the man who's fourth in the Pac West in assists per game in Avi Halpert. A little over 4 a game. Under a minute left to play in half number 1. Vanguard holding on to a narrow 3-point lead. 2-man game with Johnson and Childs. Nice handoff. Childs steps into a triple, in and out. And Hawaii Pacific got to take a timeout here. Got to take the 30. Might as well use it. Don't want to lose it, of course. Just making sure both benches are up and on their feet. But it has so far been Vanguard, the second best offense in the conference, second best in field goal percentage, and are shooting just 33% from the field. Meanwhile, HPU, their numbers down a lot as well, shooting 14% under their season average at just 32% so far in the afternoon. So offense is not yet calibrated. Defensive struggles, wouldn't say fouls galore, but free throws certainly have been on the menu. HPU have taken 12. Vanguard taking 8 so far. West will inbound, 36.6 to go in the first half. Into the hands of Halpert. and Polici. And they're going to wait here. Drain some clock. And wait. Probably around the 10-second mark on the shot clock. Halpert makes his move, waits for the cut. Down to 7. Into the hands of Kuzmanovic. Gets away from Carson and hits a tough tray. Childs working his way down the court. Nice cross, nice sauce. Childs off glass, won't go. Eugene Gailey the rebound, and flustered by some sharks, and Johnson almost got it to go, and the foul. Charlie Weber will pick up his first, and J.J. Johnson will have a hand in the final points, perhaps, of this first half. And Johnson hits the first. And Visser will check on just to make sure they have presence to box this out should Johnson miss. Two for two. 1.1 to go in the half. West gonna have to heave. Childs gets a piece of it, and that's gonna do it for the first half. Vanguard leading by as many as 8. That was cut down all square at 32, but 2 free throws from J.J. Johnson will give them a narrow 2-point lead here at the half. Stick around, of course. Volleyball ceremony is on the way, and of course, second half action when we come back on the Vanguard Sports Network.
From Tustin, number 12, Bailey Coffin. Also from Tustin, number 10, Paige Cutright. From Laguna Miguel, number 5, Logan Daniels. From Modesto, number 1, Reese Fisher. From Del Mar, number 13, Emma Galloway. From DuPont, Washington, number 15, Courtney, and what a great volleyball name, Kent. From Fraser Park, number 17, Emily Ham. From Tucson, Arizona, number 3, Maddie Nash. From San Leonez, number 7, Gianna Pacelli. From Lincoln, number 8, Mariah Willa. And from Fulton, Colorado, number 25, Hannah Willis. And now the support staff and athletic trainers, Kirsten Jenkins. And trainer KP Padua. On to the coaching staff, assistant coach Nate McElvain. Assistant coach Jason Miller. An assistant coach, now a champion both as a player and as a coach at BU, Morgan Nash. And the head coach of Alliance in his 8th year, the 3-time NAIA Coach of the Year with a career record of 970. Fans, let's hear it for your 2024 Beach Volleyball National Champions.
Welcome back to the second half. As if you stuck around, you saw that ceremony for women's volleyball, beach women's volleyball that is. Winners of their second straight national tournament. And now switching gears like the other athletic teams on campus and starting their NCAA journey. It is Vanguard who lead by a narrow 2 points, led by as many as 8, but tough field goal percentage. 31% has certainly hindered them. HPU's 9 for 12 from the free throw line has allowed them to stay close. Their three-point shooting not quite up to snuff for the Sharks. 3 for 13 they shot it in that first half. So we'll see what changes, we'll see what shifts. This ball is over to West. Works his way easily to the baseline. And West has the first points of the second half, giving him 6 points total now on 3 for 6 from the field. Leonard Turner. He's working on Charlie Weber, who's really had nice help of Visser. Those two pivotal for what this team does in the interior. Remember, Vanguard winners of their last two. HPU losers, unfortunately, of their last two. Trying to change that here today as all the heads go up. That foul against Bryson Metz. No, it's on Teo. That changes the narrative a bit, doesn't it? Teo picks up his third. Washington tries to poke one away. Nice cut, nice hand though from Bryson Metz. Here it comes the other way. Teo in transition. Rebounded by Larson. Sees an easy avenue, then throws it down. And finally an opening down to the paint. As Weber overcommitted a bit to grab the defensive rebound, and Larson had all the real estate he needed. Speaking of real estate, time and space for Halpert, and he makes him pay. Avi Halpert, who was a perfect 3 for 3 last time these two teams met from beyond the arc, he picks up his first three-pointer of the contest. Turner winds his way to the cup. Teo tries to shake. Oh man, nearly lost West as he goes east and puts one through the hole. And West was ready to go south and plummet to the ground. Teo nearly snatched his ankles. Remember, a win here for HPU brings them back into gear, into better footing with the teams ahead of them. A win here for Vanguard will potentially put them at third for the time being, as a foul on Bryson Metz. He'll pick up his third now, so the backcourt for Vanguard in a bit of trouble. Kuzmanovic hits the first as a look into the crowd for whoever trying to throw him off. And 2 for 2. Still hasn't missed a free throw yet this season. 19 for 19 now is Pavle Kuzmanovic. Another foul down on the inside. We'll go against Jonas Visser, who picks up, should be, yep, is going to be a second. And Jackson Larson can head to the free throw line and makes the first. Free throw is certainly going to be on the cards, as Teo and Metz starting backcourt are going to come off. Boogie Ujidagele and Micah Schwartz will come on. That's just an element of the game. Got to make your free throws, earn your free throws. They did a great job against APU of doing just that. Did Vanguard, shooting 13 for 14 from the free throw line in the second half. West. And West with some power. And Childs is shaking his head. I think he just lost his footing there as he was back down. Now winds his way through the lane. Good active hand from Kuzmanovic to put off the shot. As the Sharks, with that last bucket, taking the lead. Foul against Ujidagele. He's going to pick up his second. As HPU grabbed their first lead since early doors in that first half. Schwartz gambles, doesn't pay off. Baseline pass intercepted by Ujidagele. For Turner. At 13 first half points at Leonard Turner. Drilled out to Larson. Tough bump against Visser. And wants the call and he won't get it. Coach Soliday having some words with the officials as well. Weber tries to wield one on the inside. Childs leads the charge. Ujidagele. And puts one up against Halpert. And now it's Coach Knack's turn to ignite the fury. Halpert works his way down the block. Out to Weber at the top of the key. Ball with West. 2 dribbles and picks it up. Nice move and a monster jam on the follow. As Weber walks his way down the lane. Didn't have to jump much with the 6'9" big as he piles down the flush. West again losing his footing. As Ujidagele tries the three. Offline, Weber rebounds. HPU want to slow the game down now. Get a good shot The media's approach. Holding on to a 2-point lead and smothered. It was Avi Halpert. And we'll take us to the media as there's a hard foul on the inside. Got to go against Ujidegele, which is going to bring him up to 3. The Sharks in front, 43-41. 15:27 left to go in the second half. Welcome back out of the media timeout. You're seeing Avi Halpert and Joshua West having some words with Eric Sahidos, one of the officials here in the afternoon. They've had to make some tough calls in what's been a relatively physical game. Certainly that early tech set a tempo, set a precedent, and an emotional eruption ignited. Luckily hasn't tapered up too poorly. There's West. Just wanted to go out of the media. Schwartz quickly in transition, might have walked. Turner steps into a 3, and that one down the chimney. And Leonard Turner picks up right where he left off. Cooled off a bit in the closing stages of that first half, but now 16 points on 4 for 5 from deep. 15-footer, leaned in, Avi Halpert. He's got 13 of his own. 3 Sharks in double figures. Just Turner for the Lions. Childs really creases on a slip. Ball over to Turner. Trying to work on Dusanich. Nice spin, nice twist. Too hard off the window. And Ujidegele is going to pick up Halpert full court. Kochnak trying to wield a win out of his team. Schwartz called for the foul, had a hand leaning in across the back there. And he'll pick up his first. And foul discrepancy favor visiting Sharks pretty heavily here. 5-1 in this first half. A couple of more and reach that bonus territory. And West hits the first. 72% foul shooter. He's one of 6 recruits. He's Joshua West. And a large portion of these guys, the ready-made product. There is West, nice active hand. Ujidegele to meet him, opts for patience. And hands it off to Cordell Ing, who checked in a moment ago. West tries the jab, down low to Visser, working on Larson. 2 dribbles. And loses the dribble. Larson does a wonderful job to stand his ground. Now there's 10 of the shot clock. Lions working on overtime on this defensive possession, down to 5, down to 4. Kuzmanovic working on Childs. Tough fadeaway, no good. And a shot clock violation as he missed everything there. Clips the underside of the backboard. Vanguard trying to fight their way back, down by 4. Over to Ujigele, and now Larson at the top of the key. Schwartz gets it and works it down to Leonard Turner. Defensive duties for Kuzmanovic. And then out-muscled. And that's going to mean a reintroduction for Big Tuck. It's Tucker Palici. They need some more size to slow down the Lions. Biggs going downhill. Across the arc for HPU. Ing working on Ujigele. Got to be careful with the fouls here. And can't contest on a really tough layup on the reverse for Ing. His first field goal of the game. Give him 3 points. And make it a 4-point Shark lead. Larson taking his time. Got one across the shoulder from Visser. Childs the O-board. Angled out to Larson, tries the teardrop, and smooth off the iron. And HPU won a timeout. And the 30 is going to go to the full. HPU up by 2, 12-14 left to go. You're watching NCAA men's basketball here on the Vanguard Sports Network. HPU in front by 2. As Tucker Palici is come on for the Sharks. J.J. Johnson, Anthony Teo, and Bryson Metz make their reintroduction. Lions continuing to struggle overall field goal percentage-wise, but much better showing so far in this second half, shooting 6 for 11 from the field. A little over 54%. Nice catch and shoot for Kuzmanovic. Ball across. And now in the hands of J.J. Johnson. And Teo. Struggled a bit from the field so far. Smothered by Sharks. Johnson nearly grabs, so nope, does hold on to it. Working at the elbow, dishes off to Metz. 2-man game. Metz jumper, no good. Gets his own board, falls kindly and over the tall trees. Scrapes one down into the pocket. Cuts the lead down to 3. Another try. That one looks offline, and it is. Wrong release by Kuzmanovic that time. As Teo tries and goes to work. Foul as he tried to bring it up.
So number 4, Joshua West, his second. That's the second team foul on the Sharks.
So the 30-second timeout, which extended into a full, extends as our next one approaches the media. 53-50, HPU out in front. So HPU trying to go from their worst loss of the season to what might just be their best. They took a game off of Concordia a little bit earlier in the year, but this game on the road might just be their most influential so far in terms of the conference standings. 32-point loss against Point Loma last week was the worst in nearly 2 years. Trying to respond in a big way. And his first free throw missed there by Anthony Teo. And 1 for 2. Vanguard got to continue to be critical from the free throw line. HPU nearly lose out. We got to get this across the half court. Now Ing, Johnson's keeping an eye on Polici. Now handing off to Kuzmanovic. And now down low, Teo on the help, kick out Kuzmanovic. Nice extra pass. West met by Larson, tries the jab. Working still, tough move. An even tougher shot, and the second one is much easier as it falls kindly for him. And just like that, Joshua West is out to 13 points. 4-point game. Larson winds one up. Nice looking hook. But couldn't get the friendly touch. HPU holding on. 10:04 left to go. Downhill drive, corner triple. That's West. That's good. And Joshua West is feeling it. 16 points, 7 for 13 from the field. Teo tries and added alone. No options to help him as HPU out to their largest lead of the game. Lions looking flustered. Another corner try. Another corner three. HPU on a roll. An 8-0 run, and Vanguard call for time. The Sharks smell blood. They're swimming their way to a win on the road, up by 10 with 9:36 left to go here into the second half. Quick 30 for Coach Soliday and Vanguard to talk it over. You see him now on your screen talking to the starting five and Yuji Gale. Struggling with pink eye is Coach Soliday, unfortunately picked it up. And that Hawaii road trip and had to rock the shades, but he's taking them off here in this second half. This team certainly know the way to get back into this one. It's just a matter of coming up with a healthy spell of possessions. Another tough jumper. Not the shot they're looking for. Both teams continue to shoot well in this second half. Vanguard's numbers trimmed down a bit. HPU shooting 69% here in this second half. Kuzmanovic tries to fade away, count it, and some insurance. Pavle Kuzmanovic is going to head to the free throw line, try to cap off the three-point play. Bryson Metz is going to pick up his fourth foul. So HPU now one foul away from that bonus. And the Serbian strikes at the free throw line, completes the three-point play, and comes off the court with 20 points on 7 for 11 from the field, 4 for 8 from downtown. 7 rebounds as well. He's been wonderful, as has West. And how about the reliable shooting as well from Avi Halpert? All clicking here in the second half for HPU. Vanguard in need of some answers. Larson brings out his do-it-yourself kit, but can't will it past a rolling touch at the rim. 13-point Hawaii Pacific lead. Gotta settle the ship if you're Vanguard. And that's a nice move from Maj Ducinic. And the former third-team All-Pac West Slovenian cashes in down low. Vanguard shoot it early. Scoring drought in the last 3 minutes. A 13-0 run for the Sharks. Ing. Aim towards West, pushing off Yujita Gale, tries the triple. And that's short. And well, both benches making a case here. Initially, Yujita Gale, it was a push off from West. And he fouls him on the shot attempt. So tempers flaring. Lions tested in the flames. Got to come up with a response. We go to the media, 66-51, as HPU out to their largest lead. Welcome back as it's slowly unraveled here for the home side. HPU stepping on the gas and not letting go. A 13-0 run for their largest lead at 15. Vanguard in a scoring drought, and even worse, they've got 2 or 3 guards in some foul trouble. They'll be very cautious about how they handle a potential comeback as Childs tries the tough layup and nearly got it to go off the glass. Anderson going to be fouled down low. That'll be 2 shots for Jackson Larson.
There's 3 team fouls on the Sharks. Jackson Larson is at the line. Run the play.
Larson misses the first. That foul going against Jake Kimura, playing today in his 85th career game with the Sharks. Dusanich will come off. And 0 for 2 for Larson. Turner cupped the rebound, but it splashed off the palm and out of bounds. Reminder, Vanguard will continue this 3-game homestand with the match against Hawaii Hilo, who come to town on MLK Day. It'll be on Monday at 7:30 p.m. Then it's another tough test. The reigning champions as Weber finishes through contact. Point Loma will be coming to town this coming Thursday at 7 p.m. Meanwhile, for HPU, it is a trip to Azusa on Monday at 7:30 and Thursday at Westmont at 7:30 as well. Reminder, both those times Pacific time for our Hawaii watchers across the islands is Uchida Gale, and is it going to roll in? Oh man, almost looked like one of the Sharks got a touch on that. It's not going to matter because he's got a chance to convert from the three-point play, as that bucket there is going to give him a new season high at 9. Vanguard definitely need to, as mentioned, take every advantage to cut into this lead, because now with the Sharks in the bonus, free throws are certainly a page in this tale. Turner, and jump ball as he ripped the ball away from Kimura.
Jump ball, Yarrow gives it to Hawaii Pacific.
And grad student against grad student, but Turner sunned him there.
Check that. Yarrow gives it to Vanguard.
Come on, just talk. You gotta talk it out. Talk it out.
Ball with Uchida Gale. Larson extends the left arm to receive the ball, working on Weber. Takes the contact, and now he'll head to the free throw line.
Hawaii Pacific fouls on number 12, Bobby Hopper. His second. That's 5 team fouls on the Sharks. Jackson Larson at the line, shooting 2.
And in a game where they're shooting from the field, just hasn't been up to their standard. Slow this game down and try to cash in. They've certainly been in these kind of situations before, as Larson unable to hit the first. Look at the Concordia game, you look at the APU game. We've seen some tough situations down the stretch, but have been resilient. Hawaii Pacific want that season sweep. 1 for 2 goes Larson. Now 3 for 8 from the free throw line is the big man. He stays at 13 for the time being. Halpert works it around to Weber, floats one down to Visser. Dribbles to his left, spins to his right, tries the hook, gets the roll. Yes, he does. His size so well, just doesn't give Larson the option to really lean in and get a shot block attempt up as Boogie Uchida Gale count it and the foul.
Scoring the basket by Boogie Uchida Gale. Hawaii Pacific fouls on the team. Jacob Kimura, his second. That's 16 fouls on the Sharks.
Boogie Uchida Gale got the start against Hawaii Pacific the last time these two teams played, with the absence of Chris Childs. He showed up when they needed him there. He's showing up here in the afternoon. The season high 14 points on 5 for 8 from the field, go along with 6 rebounds. Missing the free throw. Turner, O board, no. It's picked up by West. And weathers the white shirts who swarm, as HPU can go the other way. Game hasn't been down to single digits in 4 or 5 minutes or so. Larson comes up with a steal. 3-on-2. They got to go quick here. They pass it into Schwartz. Met at the rim by Halpert. The putback, Ujidagele. And he's doing everything and some. Ujidagele's got 16. And the Lions trim the lead down to 11. A lot to do. A lot of time left. 6:11 to go. 70-59 HPU lead. Coach Schnack taking that time out to talk things over, wants to make sure his team is well oiled to finish out this contest. Head coach in his second season now with the team, his 45th official game here today as head coach. He's had a few stints with the team as an assistant, and in his first year as head coach, helping lead HPU to the postseason for the first time in 7 years. Halpert tries, and that's just short. Coach Schnack, also the man who helped bring alive that Spectrum TV game in the Pac West opener. Big bump by Ujidagele, count it, and the foul. And Ujidagele has scored maybe the last 6 or 7 points for Vanguard. Avi Halpert picks up his third. Ujidagele scores his 18th. And we're just talking about Coach Schnack and all he's done in this HPU side. He is certainly not pleased with that call. And no replay as Ujidagele misses another free throw, but they do get the offensive rebound. 9-point game. Ball with Anthony Teo, who's had a quiet night by his standards. Missing that time, and is it a foul or jump ball? It is a foul. It's a slap there. It's on Anthony Teo, and just like that, Anthony Teo's got 4 fouls. So remember, you got Bryson Metz with 4. You got Anthony Teo now with 4, and Boogie Ujidagele is 1 foul away from reaching 4. So the plot thickens as Pavle Kuzmanovic can add to his season-high 21 points. Continues to go perfect. And both teams have breached the bonus. And just like that, Kuzmanovic has missed his first free throw of the season. Ujidagele immediately attacks into Larson, tries to jam, and throws it down. Elevates and erupts. And the Freed Center loud with the fury. Halpert goes to ground, foul on Schwartz. Vanguard were on a drought for the last 4.5 minutes or so. They've now scored 5 of their last 7 field goals, but that foul is going to mean more free throws. And remember, as we talked about earlier in the second half, it can be the real difference. HPU have been consistent enough to be dangerous as Halpert Wonderful free throw shooter. Continues to go perfect from the line. We've actually taken similar numbers now in overall free throws, but it is HPU who have made 6 more. All now with Micah Schwartz. Trying to ride the wave of the crowd, but also ride the momentum with some composure. Into the corner for Boogie! Boogie Ujidagele is having a night. 21 points, 8 for 11 from the field. Boogie's trying to bring him back. Down by 7. Out to meet Halpert. Using the screen from Dusanic. Nice cut, and at the inside cut is Charlie Weber, who stops the bleeding. Over to Teo, works his way baseline, extension with the right arm. Schwartz, sidestep triple. They need it, they got it. Micah Schwartz, a big three-pointer. And a 6-point game. Avi Halpert brings it up for the Sharks. Works his way to the elbow, another nice pass. And the league leader in assists is taking over down the stretch, making all the right decisions. 4 assists on the contest to go along with 15 points on 4 for 8 shooting. At the elbow for Turner. Halpert on the cut. Driving in is Larson. And was bumped on the back. Not be a foul. It's going to trigger the final media. 77-69. Vanguard trying to fight their way back. Jackson Larson in some discomfort coming out of the media. Just getting some aid from J.J. Johnson after Larson took that hard spill. It stays Vanguard basketball. Launched up towards Ujidagele. Works his way on Halpert, tries one off the window, and Ujidagele's got 23. Vanguard trying to trap another turnover. Inside, Teo off the window. Four-point game. Another turnover. 3-on-3 over to Turner. Waiting, passing, Teo working his way into the lane, flips one up and puts one in the hole. Anthony Teo's in double figures. The Lions have fought their way back, and it's a 2-point game. Frenzy in the Freed, and frenetic energy from HPU. They turn it over on 2 straight possessions. And just like that, give the Lions the opportunity to hurt them. A 6-0 run now for Vanguard. Boogie Ujidagele with 23 points. And set himself up with a new season high. And scratch that, it's a career high. I have to double check his stats from Citrus College when he had 19 points for Defensive Player of the Year in 2023. But Boogie Ujidagele, oh man, coming up in a big way to give the Lions a chance to fight their way back. Not out of the woods just yet, not over yet. They have the momentum, but they need to find a way to flip the game on its head and bring back the lead. Both teams in the bonus. HPU fast approaching that double bonus, which will really put the hurt on VU. Kuzmanovic gonna have to take care of the rock. Some fans on their feet. Bleachers are rocking. Flip towards Halpert. Schwartz to meet him. Nice pass by Halpert. West on the inside. Turner. And Turner wants them to check it. And Turner's going to pick up a second. We're not going to review that, because now they have breached the double bonus. HPU are still in the driver's seat for as much as they've really struggled in the last 2 minutes just in terms of taking care of the rock. That's really been the only thing holding them back. They're shooting 50% for the game, 70% in this second half. They're hitting their free throws. Of course, I say that and they missed their last one there, but you know, they've been hitting the majority of their free throws. They've been playing a pretty complete game, but the turnover charts, 18 turnovers for HPU compared to Vanguard's 7. Lions in the top 2 in terms of forcing turnovers. And splitting a pair, a 3-point game. Under 3 left to go. Mike and Schwartz will bring it up. Ball screen set by Leonard Turner. Over to Teo. Can he find his groove in the late goings? Picked up a couple of fast points in quick succession. Teo works on Halpert. Nice drive. Tough jumper. Dropping down. Picked up by Polici. Just got to play slow if you're HPU. Don't need to force the issue. But that's where Vanguard likes to thrive. Halpert. And a foul. And Anthony Teo's going to foul out. My, oh my. I don't tell you what, I don't think there was much in that. I think there's more of an account of Avi Halpert slipping there. But nonetheless, Vanguard got to roll with the punches. Gotta accept what they're given. Teo did have the left arm extended there. But remember now, Bryson Metz, who has to check on to replace him, he's got 4 as well. So Bryson Metz is 1 foul away from an early trip to the sideline. Halpert hits. 7 for 7 now from the free throw line. No moment too big for him. A sophomore at Los Angeles, California, had 2 brothers who played at collegiate level, 2 older brothers who he's talked about always bullied him on the court. He's not fazed by anything, and he shows it there, hitting 2 big free throws. Chris Childs getting ready to step back on. Larson takes the bump from Polici, stands his ground, does big tuck. Larson in some trouble, kicks it out to Metz. Lions still with some time to work with, but time is running out. 7 on the shot clock. Boogie trying to go to work. Steps into a triple. That's offline, finding Metz, but a shot clock violation as that ball doesn't clip the rim.
Shot clock violation called.
And HPU have a 5-point lead with 1:46 left to go. They're nearly there. And are they going to review this? Yeah, they're going to review this. They're going to see if, maybe if it touched the rim. We'll take a break and get you all the information when we come back. Welcome back. Just have to make sure they can confirm that shot clock violation and also set the game clock correct. It's HPU in the driver's seat, but they do turn it over. 2-on-1. Turner behind the back and foul by Kuzmanovic.
Hawaii Pacific fouls on number 1, Pavlik Kuzmanovic.
And Coach Knack is not pleased, but might have been the smartest of the options. You don't want to give any momentum plays and easy ones if you're Hawaii Pacific. Leonard Turner will head to the line for his first trips of the contest. And hits the first. Verts on the 1-and-1. We'll get another go at it. Vanguard not yet in that double bonus. Just gonna make sure that shirts are tucked in properly. Turner 2 for 2. They are pin drop as it falls down. 3-point game. Sharks just got to take care of the basketball, and they've got a really good chance of closing this out. Got to get across half court though. West is trapped. Poked by Eugene Agele. And they don't have a lot of time here. You see Coach Soliday and JJ Johnson keeping the 10-second mark here. They got to get this ball across on the initial pass. West hurls one, and Larson is going to foul there and knocks knees as well. And certainly messed something up there. I thought it was his knee, but might be the groin. Jackson Larson, unfortunately, penalized for what's a huge foul. That makes it a 2-possession game, that free throw from Polici. Vanguard just want to force the issue. Force Hawaii Pacific to beat you in a half-court set, as opposed to at the free throw line, because they've been good, but they do go 1 for 2. 1:25 left to go. 4-point game. Ball with Bryson Metz. Metz for 3. Yes. And Avi Halpert takes a spill. Nothing in that. Got to get it across. Halpert met by Metz. Doesn't want to foul. Good head of steam. Flashed out to West. 1-point game. Next possession crucial here. Don't want to foul if you're Vanguard. Down to 10. Down low. Weber against Turner. Won't fall. Rebounded Polici, but he steps out of bounds. And Vanguard won a timeout. The blue and gold with a chance to take the lead. 81-80 here in crunch time. 43.7 seconds left to play. Well, another close game. What did you expect? Vanguard have played a game down to single digits now in all but one of their conference games. This one down to the wire. Childs is going to inbound. Chris Childs, Bryson Metz, Boogie Ujidagale, Leonard Turner, and Jackson Larson, the 5 on the floor for Vanguard. Pavle Kuzmanovic, Avi Halpert, Joshua West, Tucker Polici, and Charlie Weber are the 5 for HPU. Biggest possession of the basketball game for Vanguard. Turner working on Weber. And out to Metz. 13 on the shot clock. Driving into Larson. Takes the bump. Won't fall. Gets his own rebound. Trying to put one up here. Spinning off. Tries the hook. Won't go. Rebound HPU. And Ujidagale. He rips it away. But looks like they're going to call a foul there. And Coach Soliday is asking for a review here. They're saying it's a wraparound on Turner, actually. Might not even be on the Ujidagale rip away. Coach Soliday is saying, take a look at this, and Bob Huntsberger saying, why? It's a wraparound on Turner. The foul isn't on Ujidagale. He probably got that one cleanly. First free throw falls. Lions had a chance to take the lead. A couple of efforts from Larson, just couldn't fall down. Weber can make it a 3-point game. No timeouts remaining for HPU. And Weber hits a big free throw. Want to take a timeout? Yes, they do. Bryson Metz gets across half court. And Vanguard in need of a trifecta to bring this back level. 13.5 seconds to go. We'll see what Coach Soliday and the Lions cook up after this short break. 13 and a half seconds away from their first away win of the season. HPU just got to hold on, and surely the win is theirs. Big possession on the way for Vanguard. Need a 3 to tie. Do they go for a quick 2 and gamble at the free throw line?
Get back, Josh!
Have to wait and see. It's ball with Bryson Metz. Over to Schwartz. Run off the three-point line. Down to 7. Metz to tie it. He got it! Bryson Metz with a big bucket. 3 seconds left. Halpert heaves for the win. No good. Overtime on the way. Bryson Metz makes the difference. Biggest shot of the game. Biggest shot of his season. Bryson Metz comes up big. HPU, they ran Schwartz off the initial three-point attempt. The rolling pass to Bryson Metz. He elevates from the right side of the arc, and it's nothing but net. Bryson Metz, the 35% three-point shooter, had a slower night so far, struggled with the foul trouble, but comes up in a big way down the stretch. Big bucket by Metz, big minutes on the way, 5 minutes of overtime when we come back. Well, let's talk about the rules of battle. 5 minutes of overtime, 1 timeout each for either of these teams. They get a full timeout to work with. There's Bryson Metz. Sends this building into pandemonium. But that's just half the battle. HPU got to catch their bearings. They were the better team in the second half, but turnovers twist the tides late. There's Larson. And Polici will jump it up. And the Lions win the tip. Vanguard played in a couple overtime games last season as Leonard Turner is online at the right time. Give him 23 points now. A new season high for Leonard Turner. Vanguard winless in OT situations last season. Halpert a response. He heaves. No good. Rebounded by Childs. Ujigale floors one to Larson and gets the ball back. Fans are certainly invested now, as are the HPU faithful behind us here at the scorers table. Childs works inside. Count it. And the foul. Childs climbs the ladder and unleashes one on a rack attack. He's been playing the role of the passenger. But there he plays the predator. Sees the late rotation. Attacks Polici. Finishes off the window. Missing the free throw. Rebound picked up by Weber. It's Charlie Weber now, 15 points in 9 rebounds. Weber sets the pick. Halpert sees the angle, flashing out. Nice kick out. Kuzmanovic on a career night. Weber, top of the key. No good. Rebound Turner. As that one ricochets off the front side of the rim. 3:39 left to go. Lions up by 5. HPU have not seen an overtime situation yet this season. Ujigele tries, that one's too strong. Rebounded by Kuzmanovic. Working on the inside, nice move by Polici. Gotta stay calm for HPU. It's the first ever overtime game as a head coach for HPU for Coach Knack. Schwartz hounded by Halpert. Picks it up from Ujigele. Rolling is Larson, finds the angle, working downtown and working downhill. And Jackson Larson's got 15 points. A 15-point double-double, 15 points and 12 boards. Halpert trying to get Childs off of his back, goes to ground, no foul. Good steal from Childs. Ujigele. A 5-point lead for Vanguard. Trying to operate in full throttle to win their first home game the 2025 calendar year. Turner feeds one down low to Larson with 4 in the shot clock. The big man goes to work, denied by the rim. And here's Josh West. Ujigele gives chase, and HPU can settle into their set. Nice pick by Polici. Rushing over it is Ujigele. 1:47 left to go. It's West, a big triple. No good, too strong off the iron. Polici drives towards it. And Ujigele going to ground. And they got to review this here because 2 refs have 2 different consensuses here. Differing opinions will have to be dissected.
Previous play is under review.
Actually given to HPU. This is a big call. Vanguard trying to extend their win streak up to 3. Topped by Arizona Christian last year in overtime. And topped by OUAZ. Pardon me, just the OUAZ game. And if you are a Vanguard faithful and have been keeping up with this team, if you remember that game last year, it was a triple overtime game. Absolute absurdity over at OCC. Referees might be coming to a conclusion. And it is black ball. Hawaii Pacific will hold on to it, and they surely needed to.
After review, it's Hawaii Pacific ball out of bounds.
Just the 1 field goal so far in overtime for Hawaii Pacific, outscored 7-2. Kuzmanovic to inbound, finding the hands of Halpert. He's met by Childs. Tough J. Trickles on the wrong side of the rim. board, and another try for HPU. Can they drive and get one to the corner? West uses a nice screen from Polici, tries in the second attempt, the big man. And Tuck has got all 4 points in overtime. 3-point game. Not out of trouble just yet. HPU gonna fight their way back. Mets getting ready to come back into the game. Remember, each team has the one timeout to work with, but HPU kind of got us. Each team kind of got an extra timeout with that referee stoppage. 6 in the shot clock. Turner, tough floater off the window. HPU can run the floor. Halpert wants to push the pace. Over to West, a triple to tie it. No, picked up by Turner. 36 seconds left to play. 8-second differential from shot clock and game clock. HPU don't want to foul here. The ball is with Childs, and Vanguard still with a timeout to work with. Got to hold on to that basketball. And Coach Knack is not pleased, to say the least. He did not want to foul, especially with that difference in shot clock and game clock there. They still would have had a chance to have the ball. And now, all of a sudden, Childs can make it a two-possession game. Misses the first. One will do for Vanguard. One is what makes Hawaii Pacific have to shift up the game plan. Missing both. HPU can tie it here or cut it within one. Rushing at Childs. And Pavle Kuzmanovic is going to head to the free throw line.
Vanguard fouls on number 5, Chris Childs, that's his third.
And Childs is holding that right knee. Getting up slowly. Moving a bit gingerly. Hasn't made a motion to the bench, though Metz has been waiting to step on for a few moments now. Hopefully nothing too bad. Hopefully it was more of just a big sigh from Childs. What a turn of events. Could have made it a two-possession game on one end, and it's down to a two-point game. The Sharks are knocking at the door. And timeout taken by Coach Knack. We'll take a short break here. 90-88, Vanguard trying to hold on. All set, all square. HPU with a free throw incoming. And Coach Knack has given out the orders. Now they're going to attack both offensively and defensively next time they get this basketball. And Jacob Kimura is getting ready to come on. The player having his best year from the three-point line. He might have a hand in this down late. 2 for 2. 1 point game. Devin Carson is going to come on. Jackson Larson will be the one making way. Jake Kimura. 16.6 left to go. 1 point Lion lead. Cannot turn the ball over if you're Vanguard. Metz loses his footing. Squirts one out to Turner. And they foul there. That's Kimura, who probably was brought on to poke and prod and either come up with a steal or a foul. And now we play the oh-so-decisive free throw game. Coach Knack trying to have a little miniature timeout here, but officials are saying you just send your players to the charity stripe. Leonard Turner with a season high 23 points. Big free throws on the way. And missing the first. Carson and Schwartz come off. Here's Leonard Turner. Can he split a pair? Yes, he can. Little shrug of the shoulders there. Kimura comes off. It is a 2-point game. Got to watch the shooter. Kemp Van Es has come on. A bucket is what HBU needs. A three to take the lead. No. Picked up by Larson. Settled and fouled by West. 3.2 left to play. Jackson Larson is going to head to the free throw line here. And Kemp Van Es did feature against Point Loma. Just hanging out in the corner. That attracted a lot of attention for Vanguard. Gave Halpert an angle to attack from the right side, but unable to convert from downtown. Jackson Larson misses the first. It remains a 2-point game. Shake of the head from Larson, but he's got to shake that off. Just need one to fall. 3.2 left to go. The final timeout of this potential first or final timeout of the game. One will do for Vanguard in terms of making them feel a little more comfortable, but they still have to look out for HBU on the break. Halpert really hit a half-court buzzer beater to win it in regulation. And Jackson Larson split a pair. If he misses, rebounding and box out is crucial. Larson, no good, trickles down, 2 seconds. A three will tie it. Halpert heaves. Oh man, so close, but not to be. Vanguard win it in overtime. They made it as difficult as they could have. A wonderful job forcing all those turnovers. That was the difference in terms of how they fought their way back. The shooting numbers picked up as the match went on, but from the field, they truly struggled. It was the three-point shooting streak late that got them back into it, shooting 40% from downtown, 11 for 27. But big moments from a collective unit. Leonard Turner had the hot hand in the first half to come up with a season-high 24 points. Boogie Ujidagele took over in the second half to come up with a career-high 23 points and 8 rebounds. Bryson Metz broke double figures with the biggest shot of the game to force overtime. A triple from the right side of the arc, give him 10 points and 4 rebounds. Anthony Teo did foul out, but finished with 12. Jackson Larson, a wonderful double-double. Man, what a crazy game. What a wild, wild, crazy game. HBU are going to lose their third straight. And they're going to start this 4-game road trip, unfortunately, with a defeat. And they're going to drop to 8-8, 500 on the season, and 3-4 in Pac West Conference play. Meanwhile, for Vanguard. They'll improve to 11-4, 5-4 in the Pac West. They will hoist themselves to third for the time being and will return here to the Freed when they take on Hawaii Elo on MLK Day. Holiday Hoops, 7:30 p.m. opening tip. Be there or be square. A wonderful afternoon and evening of Pac West Collegiate Basketball. For myself, Jared Roan, and the wonderful broadcasting team here at Vanguard Athletics, we thank you so much for taking the time to be with us here tonight. We hope that you enjoyed, and we hope to catch you next time on the Vanguard Sports Network. Good night.